More than 30,000 people have evacuated after a ferocious new wildfire broke out in Los Angeles County. Horrified residents fled the latest out-of-control blaze, dubbed the Hughes Fire, as an expert warned it could go nuclear. The Hughes Fire erupted from 500 to more than 5,000 acres in just 2 hours after it sparked just before 11 a.m. on Wednesday near Castaic Lake, California. Flames tore across dry hillsides, and enormous plumes of smoke billowed into the air, prompting a warning of immediate threat to life. Around 19,000 people had been ordered to evacuate by 2:30 p.m, officials said, with thousands more later told to leave. The blaze is devastating an area already reeling from wildfires, with much of Southern California remaining under a red flag warning. The blaze is around 40 miles from the catastrophic Eaton and Palisades fires that continue to burn for a third week. Crews battled the blaze from the ground and skies, desperate to control the flames ripping through ground the size of 23 football pitches every minute. Jacob Wiegler, a wildfire expert, told the New York Post, "That one's gonna go nuclear. It's big," about the Hughes blaze. "You know what the fuels are capable of doing in that area right now, and what the wind does is going to be a big deal for this," he added. Wiegler said he had been in contact with colleagues near the scene and that initial information from fire services suggested a potentially massive disaster. Kayla Amara drove to Castaic's Stonegate neighborhood to collect items from the home of a friend who had rushed to pick up her daughter at preschool. As she was packing the car, Kayla learned the fire had exploded in size and decided to hose down the property. She said, "Other people are hosing down their houses too. I hope there's a house here to return to." As cop cars raced through the streets and flames ripped through trees on a distant hillside. Kayla, a nurse who lives in nearby Valencia, said she's been on edge for weeks as major blazes devastated Southern California. "It's been stressful with those other fires, but now that this one is close to home, it's just super stressful," she added. It's not clear what caused the fire, but that is being investigated. Todd Hall, a National Weather Service meteorologist, said, "We're going to see another round of critical fire conditions across Southern California. At this point, it sounds like a broken record." The Eaton fire that scorched 14,021 acres east of Los Angeles was 91% contained on Wednesday, while the larger Palisades fire, which has consumed 23,448 acres on the west side of Los Angeles, stood at 68% contained. Firefighters from Angeles National Forest were responding, the US Forest Service confirmed, announcing that the entire 700,000-acre park in the San Gabriel Mountains was closed to visitors. At least 3 schools were also closed as a precautionary measure, the California Highway Patrol said. The fire is raging next to Castaic Lake, a popular recreation area and 13,000-acre reservoir that supplies water to the LA area. Heavy traffic clogged surrounding roads on Wednesday as people raced to flee in time. The state's transport department announced that all lanes of the I-5 freeway are closed between Grapevine Road and State Route 26. Authorities were on the ground trying to keep people calm as the fire tore through new ground and evacuations were rolled out. To the south, Los Angeles officials prepared for potential rain as some residents were allowed to return to the charred Pacific Palisades and Altadena areas. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass issued an executive order to usher along the cleanup efforts in burned areas and reduce the damage of fire-related pollutants. She ordered crews to remove vegetation, support the structures of hillsides, and reinforce roads. Los Angeles County supervisors also approved an emergency motion to install flood control infrastructure in fire-impacted areas. Cops have arrested numerous arsonists suspected of trying to spark new flames in the LA area since the fires initially broke out. One admitted he started a vicious blaze because he liked the smell of burning leaves, according to the city's police chief. He was caught in a citizen's arrest, but was not the only fire starter police have had to deal with as the city continued to burn, Chief Jim McDonnell said during a press conference last week.